All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I've worked with over 150 different gyms over the past 2 years or so, and pretty much I'm going to share with you the SOP that I've pretty much followed to help scale multiple of these gym locations to over $100,000 a month. So when I'm talking about gym locations, I'm not talking about like let's say you're a franchise owner of like an LA Fitness. This is positioned towards personal training studios, micro gyms, CrossFit locations may fall under this as well. But I'm going to show you kind of how this process kind of works and what we've been able to do to pretty much just have really good offers and propel those offers with ads. Okay. So on average, what we've been able to do is get gyms a one to 15 return on their ad spend. That means for every $100 they spend on ads, they're going to get 1,500 out in return. Okay, which seems too good to be true, but I'm going to walk you guys through the process right here and how this kind of looks pretty much head to toe. Let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand, if you're running a gym, this is you, okay, and you're running a gym, I'm going to put a little smiley face there. The first thing you have to understand is you're not going to get exceptionally wealthy by selling memberships. Okay. This is the first thing you have to understand. And I know it may seem like, oh, there's so many big box gyms and so many gyms who are making so much money. I know John who's doing all this money with memberships and etc. The thing you have to understand is it kind of reminds me of a Sun Tzu quote. Sun Tzu, he was some Japanese, I believe Japanese or Chinese ancient warrior. And pretty much what he said is you have to pick your battles correctly. Okay. You have to choose your battles wisely. And the thing about memberships is when you're going into the membership realm, let's say you're selling $50 a month, or let's say $100 a month, you're pretty much going head to head against big box gyms. Okay. You're going up against gyms like LA Fitness, right? Good Life Fitness. You have, Anytime Fitness, all of these massive gym chains that are worth hundreds of millions, maybe even $1 billion businesses. Okay. And the thing about this is when you're selling the exact same offer as these big box gyms, is these gyms, okay, have massive budgets, $1 million budgets. And when they have $1 million budgets, that means they have the best equipment, they have the best everything. Okay, so if you're going to compete, if you're going to come in and say, yeah, my membership to my micro gym is $50 a month, okay, why wouldn't I just go to LA Fitness and pay $50 a month, right, and get better equipment? Why wouldn't I? Okay, better atmosphere, better everything. So you have to understand that you're not going to compete on memberships and you're not going to make a lot of your money with memberships. Can you have a continuity offer? 100% yes, but you shouldn't have that as something you're advertising on the front end. Okay. So what should you be advertising and how do you pretty much create a good offer that you can propel with ads for your gym? Okay. So the first thing you have to create is some sort of offer where you can capture value upfront. Okay, what I mean by this is if you're selling, let's say you're selling, let's just go back to the memberships. Okay, if you're selling $100 a month, okay, and on average, gym churn will be around 15 to 20%. Okay, let's say 15%, and you're churning at 15%. And you're running ads to this and you spend a bunch of money. Let's say you spend $1,000 in 1 month on ads, okay, and then you're able to get 7 clients from that at $100. You're now in the hole, $300. Now you're going to wait till next month, okay, to make up the revenue, but then you have the churn that kicks in, and then now you're pretty much spending money to stay in the same place. And that's why we're trying to collect more upfront. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to create an offer where we can collect cash upfront. Okay. When I mean cash upfront, enough to at least cover the cost to acquire the client, at least minimum. Okay. If we can't, then we're forever going to be spending money to be in a worse position. Okay? So if we can at least cover ad costs, then we can always go for more upsells from there. Okay? In an ideal scenario, we want to cover we want to create 2 times the amount of value minimum upfront than it costs for us to get the client. Okay? So for example, on average, the cost to acquire a client in the gym space will usually be, if you're, let's say, selling membership or whatever, will usually be around $150 to $250 on average. Okay. And let's say you're selling your solution for, okay, you're trying to collect $500 up front. So you're collecting 500 cash up front. Okay. Now you're immediately 2x'd. Okay. And then let's say that 500 is for, let's say, the first 6 weeks. Okay. Then you can always go for more upsells to collect more value. On average, the gyms that I work with will have a lifetime value. Each client will spend at least 10K with them in terms of lifetime value. Okay. So how do we do that? Let me just kind of get down to the brass tacks of what the best kind of offer is that I've seen. Okay. So the best offer that I've seen is pretty much having a free 6-week challenge. Okay. Free 6-week challenge or give away. How this works is 10 sessions. We have 2 more left. Okay, so let me walk you through these 2 different offers and how these work really well to get number 1 upfront cash and how you can advertise these really easily with ads. Okay, so for this free 6-week challenge, what you're pretty much going to do is you're going to promote on your ads that you're giving away 6 weeks for free. You're just looking for testimonials, or you're looking to have your first couple of clients, or you're looking to help people, and if you like it, then you can stay, whatever. Okay, you want to give a reason to why you're giving away something for free. If I say, hey, I'm going to give you this iPhone for free, okay, but then you're like, well, shoot, why are you giving it away for free? Then, and I don't have a proper reason, then you're going to think something's wrong with the iPhone. Okay, so you want to have a proper reason behind that. Okay, how this works is you're going to get leads on this offer. You're going to get people who are like, oh yeah, 6 weeks for free. You're going to advertise the outcome, okay, of the 6 weeks. Okay, let's say it's lose 10 pounds. Let's say it's, building muscle. Let's say it's understanding biomechanics. Let's say it's understanding functional patterns, whatever it is. Okay, free 6-week challenge. And what you're pretty much doing is when these people click on your ad and they fill out the form, they give you their contact information, and you call them, okay, you're going to book them in to come see you at a consultation. Okay. This is a big thing. A lot of gyms, not constellation, consultation. We're not selling stars here. A lot of gyms will pay, make it that for consultations, people will have to pay. I used to work with this gym, and we were doing advertising for them. And then they were like, oh, we don't want to have to do free consultations. Okay. Because they were having maybe 7 people come in a week, and they were paying $100 for a consultation. And they're like, oh yeah, well, they're more committed and they're easier to charge. It's like, okay, yeah, but you're only getting 7 consultations per week. Okay. On average, let's say if we're doing a free consultation, we'll probably be able to get 20 to 25 consultations per week. Okay. Let's say your closing rate maybe goes down by 5%, maybe 10%. You're still going to collect more value from that. Will it be more work? 100%, but you'll make more out of the outcome. Okay. So then we're booking these people into a free consultation. How this pitch pretty much works is you're giving away 6 weeks for free, and you can win your money back. Okay. It's free, but there's a deposit. So it's pretty much called a win your money back offer, where you're giving them a deposit. Okay. And these people have to spend, let's say, $600 usually for 6 weeks. So $100 a week. Okay. And if they do X, Y, and Z, if they follow the plan, then they can get their money back. It's very simple. And the offer is still 100% free. If they do everything, they can get their money back 100%. You're not scamming these people at all. And why this works is if you let someone in for a free 6-week challenge, we all know what will happen. They won't be committed. They won't follow the process. They'll go back to their old habits because they have no skin in the game. And you're going to tell this to these people in this consultation. So yeah, the process is 100% free, but we just do a $600 deposit that you get back after the 6 weeks if you follow the plan. And then if they give you pushback, all you simply say is, well, listen, how important is this goal for you to reach? Do you believe in yourself to follow this process and take this seriously? Yes, 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 yes. All right, cool. Then if you believe in yourself that you could follow this plan, you could do the work, then you're going to get your $600 back. This just shows that you're committed. A lot of people come in and they're not really committed. Does that make sense, John? Okay? And then there you go. Then you collect $600 up front. And then let's do the math. Let's say you're spending $150 to $250. Now you're getting a 2.5 return on your cost to acquire the client right then and there. So you're already starting in the positive. Okay? And then pretty much from there, once they have started that process, and that's a 6-week process, okay? This is some high-level stuff. What you're going to do is 3 weeks into the 6-week challenge, you're going to have a conversation with them. It's called an anchor call. On this anchor call, you're going to want to anchor their beliefs in the future and not after the 6 weeks. So how this pretty much looks is you're going to say, hey, listen, you're looking to lose weight forever. You're not looking to lose weight, for 6 weeks and then stop losing weight. You want to keep the weight off forever and be healthy forever, correct? Yes. All right, cool. So now you understand why we're doing this. So what I could do is, because you've already spent $600 with me, I can take that $600, accredit it towards this new offer, and give you this for free. You only have to pay this much more. Okay? So how this looks, okay, is there's 2 different alternatives you can go from here that I usually do with my gym owners. So you get them to, number one, first agree that they're trying to lose weight forever and keep it off forever and be healthy forever, not just for the 6 weeks. Get them thinking about the long term. Then you make them one of 2 offers. The first offer is you have a high ticket offer, okay, where you're offering, right, PT, 1-to-1 stuff, classes, same stuff. You have nutrition, okay? And that high ticket offer will be anywhere from, let's say, 2 to 5K, okay, in the range. So what you're pretty much going to say is you're going to say, okay, great. Yeah, what we can do is the $600 you already spent, I can give you, okay, this many sessions totally for free because you've already gotten this, and I can knock that off of our 2K package. So you only have to spend this much money with us, $1,400, or whatever your high ticket package that you think will work the best for them based off of their goals. Again, some people, maybe they want to lose 50 pounds instead of 15 pounds. So maybe they have a bit longer of a duration, and you explain that to them and say, yeah, in order to lose the 50 pounds, usually it'll be around maybe 4 to 6 months. For 4 to 6 months, you're looking at 4K. What I could do is I could use that money that you've already given me, give you a month for free, and then I'll knock the remaining balance off, and then boom. So you're not giving them anything for free. You're just taking the money that they've already given you and crediting it to that new high ticket offer and just telling them, like, it's free. And when you say it's free, they're like, oh yeah, I've already spent that. Sunken cost fallacies kicked in. I'm just going to go and boom. Okay. And you can even, this is another pro tip, you can even do a payment plan on that 2 to 5K, because you have to remember, we've already covered ad costs. Okay, if we're running ads to get these clients, we've already 2.5x'd our cost to acquire the clients. So we have decent amount of gross profit that we're playing with here. So we can also say, okay, yeah, our offer is 3K. I can space that out over the next couple months for you, so you only have to pay this much. And that's pure profit at this point, okay? So that's the first thing. It's pretty much offering from there, 3 weeks into the 6 weeks, a high ticket package, Okay. The next thing that we can offer would be a continuity offer. Okay. So what the continuity looks like is anywhere from 200 to 500 per month. Okay. You don't want to go lower than that. You don't want to go lower than 200. Upwards of 500, maybe a little bit aggressive, but maybe if you're a hyper niched gym in a really good area with lots of people who, let's say you're in an abundant area, that's something maybe you could look at. Okay. So you're going to be doing that 200 to 500 a month. But what you're going to say is you're not going to go and say, hey, you're 3 weeks in, I can take that and accredit it towards this so you get a month free. No. What you're going to say is, okay, normally to do our continuity, okay, to lock you in for, $200 a month, there's an initiation fee of $1,000. Okay. But if you want to do that, but what I could do is I can knock off this full 1K initiation fee. Okay. Because you've already spent the 600 with me, so the 400, I'll give it to you for free. Okay. If you commit to this $200 a month or $400 a month or whatever you're doing for 1 year. Okay. Commit to 1 year. You can do shorter than that. You can do 6 months. You can kind of play with it a little bit and see which one works for you. But I would recommend trying to do 1 year. Okay. And the higher you make this number, the less believable it will become. There is a sweet spot where it's believable, but it's also pushing them to go with this offer. So usually it'll be around 1 to 2K. And it's a really good offer because they've already spent 600 with you. And now they're getting, let's say the upfront is 2K. Now they're getting 1,400 pretty much just for free right there. Boom. They only have to commit for a year. Oh, that's so straightforward. Okay. If not, okay, that's totally cool. Right? You can just pay the 2K and then go with that. Okay. So this is more of a continuity offer. And this crushes as well because let's say they're paying 500 a month for an entire year. You have so much opportunity to upsell them over the next year on supplements, on this stuff, on whatever. Okay. And you're still collecting 500 times 12. You're collecting more than potentially a high ticket package. Okay. So this is the continuity offer. Okay. So this is why I love the free 6-week challenge. Positioned as free, you collect some sort of deposit that you can then funnel into upsells, etc. from there. Okay. So that's the first offer that we run with ads. The second offer that is the most common that I usually do, I would say it's probably a 60-40 split. 60% of the time I do that, 40% I do this one. Really depends on kind of what I think would work better based off of the gym I'm working with. But this is more of a giveaway offer. So it's the same pretty much. It's a very similar model. It's a bit more simple. This works better if someone has, let's say, a pre-existing brand, meaning like, if they've been in the area for a long time, the social media has a lot of followers, that sort of stuff. Okay, this one will work better. But pretty much how this works is we go and we say that we're giving in our ads 10 sessions away, okay, totally for free to 10 different people, 10 sessions. Okay. A lot of people may think, oh, you're giving 10 sessions just for me. Wow, that's amazing. No, we're giving 10 sessions to 10 people. Okay. And we only have 2 more left. We're just implying a little bit of scarcity. Okay. These people then go click on the ad. Okay. Same thing. You're going to have a conversation with them. You're going to book them in for an initial session with you, that free consultation. Okay. And then they come and they show up to the consultation. And then what you're going to do is you're pretty much just going to pitch them one of these 2 offers right here. Okay. The only thing with this is you don't have the leverage of them spending already $600 with you. So you're kind of going directly into the pitch. This is why you do need a bit of a brand to kind of do this. You need sales expertise to do this because you're pretty much going from like, this giveaway is another way of like saying we're giving away a free consultation. okay? Because we're giving away 10 sessions and we only have 2 more left. We're pretty much basically saying like, hey, we're giving away 10 free consultations to lose weight. Okay? You come to the consultation, we're going to build a plan for you, and then we're going to pitch you. That's what we're doing. Like transparency, but we're not framing it like that. We can't say that to these people. Okay? We have to put some butter on the biscuits. Okay? So this one works. There's a lot less complexity with it, but you do need a brand. You do know how to you have to know how to close people effectively. You have to know how to have good sales conversations and all of that sort of stuff. Okay? And the thing with this, let me just show you from an ad to lead to conversation on the phone to booked call or booked consultation to show up to close. Okay? This is what we're doing. So with this entire process, you have to ensure that each step you're doing here is being tracked and optimized. Okay? What I do with my gym clients is we handle this entire process up until the close. Okay? So what we do is we run ads for our gym coaching clients. We and our setting team calls all the leads, books all the leads directly into your personalized calendar for you or one of your trainers to take the consultations. We ensure that they show up. We have show up protocols, SOPs that we do, a lot of automations, techniques that we've done for years. And then as soon as they show up, it's simply up to you to close those leads and profit on that. And then obviously do upsells from there. Okay. So this is pretty much what we do with gyms. If you got some insight here, if you found this to be insightful, if you find that this is something that you want to apply to your gym, this is not my main offer. I work with gyms and some online coaches as well. But if you're a gym owner and you want to apply this to your gym, I will put my calendar link below. You can go down, I'll book a call. You can book a call with me. I'll kind of see if this is something that I could help you with. And see if there's kind of a fit. So yeah, hope you got some value here nonetheless. And please apply this to your gym and see if you can make some more cash.